No points for South Florida.
This was a perfect play design, and they've got a receiver open. Great job, though, by Knight, who we talked about, who has, you know, all the PBUs this season and those 3 interceptions. Just extends, gets the go-go gadget arms out there, and gets his hand on the football. What a stop there by the Charlotte defense.
The tight end Weston Wolf was all alone in the back of the end zone. Demetrius Knight extinguishes the threat, and the Bulls come up empty-handed. We'll check on the injured. December 3rd, the exclusive reveal of the college football playoff top 4. Reese and the guys break them down top to bottom. Catch at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific on ESPN and the app. Some interesting stuff happening here on the final day of the regular season, setting us up for a great conference championship Saturday and some decisions for the committee. So after Charlotte stops South Florida on 4th and goal, they're backed up on the shadow of their own goal line. Trexler Ivy, the quarterback, will just sneak in to try to generate some breathing room, and does it well out to the 4. That's the other added bonus of being aggressive on 4th down and goal from the 1. If you don't get it, you get a chance maybe to force a safety or at least pin them back, but nicely done by Ivy.
You typically think that, but I mean, the way this defense has played this season for South Florida, it's been a struggle, especially against explosive plays. 133rd in FBS in giving up explosives.
It was dead last. 49ers back in the shotgun on 2nd goal. Joshim Bangda, who scored the touchdown, picks up 3. Rashad Cheney on the stop to bring up 3rd down. Now, South Florida, even though the numbers in terms of rankings don't look very good, they have improved slightly defensively with Todd Orlando, their new defensive coordinator. Last year they allowed 517 yards per game, which was last in FBS. This year they've improved by about 50 yards per game. They're still 129th, but they are getting better.
Yeah, listen, they just need more players, you know, more athletes in the back end to play coverage, and certainly up front, you know, they need some depth on that defensive line.
3rd down and 4. Ivy on the rollout completes it to his tight end Colin Weber, who's their top receiver. He's brought down for 4th down and about 1. Tavin Ward made the stop.
Well, how aggressive does Coach Poggi want to be in this situation? He might leave the offense on the field.
Wow.
I've seen this happen a few times, but again, you know, Trexler Ivy, he can run with the football. You talked about it.
4th and 1 from their own 10-yard line. Ivy takes the snap, looks to throw, wants a deep shot up the sideline. It's caught, but out of bounds.
Wow.
Jay Iris smacked the intended target. Tavin Ward in coverage.
I don't mind being aggressive, especially when you're a 3-8 football team. We do have a flag on the field.
It's going to be against the offense.
Okay.
Well, that was the first play of the drive. They just ran the sneak to get it away from their own goal line.
Well, that's what they should have ran on 4th down.
Yeah.
Instead, they take a shot. I mean, this is, you have one opportunity here. A lot of contact down the field. It's Tavin Ward, the corner in coverage. But wow, I mean, no, he just said it for us.
Well, they picked up the flag. Biff Poggi,
Coach is not happy.
Rolls the dice, and he comes up empty-handed, so South Florida's got it back at the 10-yard line.
Why not go back to the quarterback sneak there?
Byron Brown in the shotgun, fakes the give, looks, scans, throws, touchdown! Guess who? Sean Atkins, the former walk-on who's become their top target, catches the 10-yard strike from Brown. They're an extra point away from tying it.
Well, you've got to give a lot of credit here to the offensive line, because Byron Brown had all day to throw the football, and Sean Atkins, a late developing play to the end zone there, kind of like a skinny post between 2 defenders. Football delivered on time, and just like that, tie ball game here in Tampa.
John Cannon adds the extra point. Atkins with 2 catches for 16 yards and a score, his 5th of the season.
Just look how much time Brown has to throw the football. Great job up front by the offensive line, and that's a dime. I mean, that's between 2 defenders. What a story Atkins has been. I mean, this guy has just burst onto the scene here. 5'10", 170 pounds, doesn't even wear a wide receiver number. Just absolutely dominating this conference.
So he is now 84 yards away from becoming the first South Florida receiver ever with 1,000 yards. Their offensive coordinator Joel Gordon told us we're going to do everything we can to get him there, but probably don't have to do anything crazy or different from what we normally do because we throw it to him all the time anyway.
Yeah, listen, their game plan goes through number 38. And to your point, they're not going to change anything up. Like maybe late in the game, if he needs 10 yards or something like that, they go to him a little bit more. But no, odds are he's going to get over 1,000 yards tonight.
There was an injured South Florida Bull after the extra point. Gannon Lanning, the offensive lineman. We've had a few injuries already here in this first quarter. Both these teams banged up at this point of the season, the regular season finale. Alex Golish, the head coach, out to check on Lanning in addition to the training staff. Been a pretty exciting first quarter. Charlotte got the ball first, went right down the field. Then South Florida got great field position after the onside kick. At first and goal at the 1, they were stuffed. Then Charlotte goes for it on 4th down from their own 10-yard line. USF gets it back, scores on the first play. Now we got a tie game.
Again, just a little surprised that Charlotte decided to go for that 4th down. And really the play call was what I was more surprised about. But, you know, your defense, if you're a 49ers fan, that's the strength of your football team. So you basically just spotted them 7 points there.
Brendan Farrell to kick it to Henry Rutledge. Rutledge will have a chance from inside his 5. Henry Rutledge past the 20 and blasted just in front of the 25. Let's take a look at this week's college football playoff rankings brought to you by Capital One. Check out the top 10. Clean old-fashioned hate. Georgia's in a hole. They fumbled. They're down 7-0 against Georgia Tech.
We won't talk about number 2.
It's all right, Fox. You just look past it. Washington survives against Washington State. Florida State down at Florida. Of course, Jordan Travis out for the season after his gruesome injury. Oregon will play Washington in the Pac-12 championship. Texas crushed Texas Tech. Alabama against Auburn, one of the best finishes in Iron Bowl history. Really fun day in the top 10.
Wild. And at some point, Drew, I want to have a conversation about Florida State and what the committee should do with that Travis injury.
Joshim Bangda on the carry. And he'll lose a yard. DJ Harris was in there first for South Florida. You want to have that conversation now?
Oh, we can if you want to.
What do you think? What should they do? Let's say if they beat Florida and win the ACC title.
So if they go undefeated, I think it's only fair they get in, but the committee is not about being fair. They're looking at the best roster and who's going to be playing the quarterback position and also trying to put the top 4 teams into the college football playoff. I know you have different thoughts.
On 2nd and 11, Ivy flushed. And he just gets it away, so 3rd down and long coming for Charlotte. Yeah, I mean, my thought is that's all great. If Florida State goes 13-0 and wins the ACC, they're in. You can't leave them out. It's the same thing that happened to the same program the first year of the college football playoff.
Well, and the thing is, too, you know, they've got a really good defense, and that has carried them through a lot of games this season as well. It's not just been Jordan Travis. Obviously, he's a big part of that. But certainly, I would consider him. Thank God I'm not on the committee.
Yeah, right. That's a tough job.
So big 3rd down and 11 here coming up for the 49ers. Backed up.
4 wide for Ivy. Tight end Colin Weber, the motion man, number 18, who leads them in receptions this year. Ivy dumps it down on the crossing route. Malik Baker gets blown up. Daquan Evans on the stop for USF. 4th and long coming for the 49ers.
Evans is really one of the best blitzers and most physical guys in the secondary for the Bulls. Does a great job coming up in space, making the tackle on Baker, and going to get the football back probably with good field position here for the Bulls.
Evans leads the team in tackles for loss with 11.5 as a nickelback, an aggressive player on the back line. 2 minutes to play. The 49ers booted away. Grant Gagne's the best in the league. This one is high, relatively short by his standards. A 40-yard punt for Charlotte. Fair caught by Atkins, who scored the touchdown for USF, and with a $1:55 to play in the first. they take back over. So this is the first USF drive that hasn't started in plus territory. Got it on the botched onside kick, and then after the 4th down stop, they start this one at their own 36.
Yeah, really just 2 mistakes that have helped USF to this point. And the onside kick didn't have a chance, and then taking the shot on 4th and 1. I think Coach Poggi would probably like to have that one back.
Atkins in motion. 1st down and 10. Byron Brown looks that way, throws that way, completes it. Atkins twists out of a tackle, but a good recovery by Demetrius Knight, who's had a nice first quarter and a great redshirt junior season. Bulls always in a 2-minute drill. Byron Brown's pass is intercepted. What a play by Dantes Fagan. His first interception of the season on a tip drill to himself.
Wow. How about the concentration of Fagan and the awareness to jump this route? This will be one of the best interceptions you see all season long. Just absolutely incredible concentration. Catches it on the tip drill to himself. This has been a kind of a bonkers game here, Drew, to start. A lot of action.
7th pick in their last 5 games for Charlotte. They've got 1 each in their last 5. And this play is going nowhere. That did not work as Dwayne Thomas Jr. on the receiver sweep goes down for a loss of 5. Biff Poggi not thrilled with how this drive started, but he's got to be excited about how his defense is forcing havoc and creating turnovers.
Yeah, you just said it, partner. The last 5 games, 7 interceptions. A very opportunistic defense.
Under a minute now in the first. Drexler Ivy in the gun, sets it up to the running back, Hassan Wilson. Stood up and dumped. Back to the line of scrimmage. Jonathan Ross makes another play. That's 2 tackles for him on 2 plays in this drive.
Yeah, Ross and Logan are the 2 best pass rushers on this defense. That's a big-time stop there. Very similar to the previous play that Daquan Evans made. And now, again, Charlotte, a team not built for 3rd and 15s.
Five on the play clock. Could be the final play of the first quarter. On 3rd and 15, they run the draw to Wilson. And he's spun down after a gain of just 3. So after 15 minutes, we got ourselves a tie game here on senior night in Tampa. It's been testy after the whistle. A great start for Charlotte, went right down the field like a hot knife through a steak and burned. Tie game, 7-7. Beautiful Saturday night for football, the regular season finale. Last chance for these diehard USF fans to see their Bulls in action as they try to lock up their 6th win in bowl eligibility for the first time since 2018. Grant Gagne out to kick it away for Charlotte on 4th down and 12. Kind of in no man's land here. Thought there was a chance they'd line up the offense, but instead they send out the punter. 5 on the play clock.
Panthers take the delay.
Yeah, give Gagne a little extra time to work. That's what they'll do.
Delay a game. Kicking team. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Now they have a punter with a big leg. Grant Gagne leads the American Conference in yards per punt at 45. Biff Poggi, as head coach, thinks he's got a chance to play in the NFL, so they'll give him a little extra real estate. Let him take out the driver and uncork that thing.
The transfer from my neck of the woods. In Hudson, Ohio. At Youngstown State and John Carroll.
And Gagne's kick is end over end, short. At the 14-yard line, Sean Atkins brings in the fair catch, just a 29-yard punt for the senior. So for South Florida, mentioned it's a chance for them to go bowling. It's a program that was 4-29 over the previous 3 seasons, but they've got some history Back-to-back double-digit win seasons in 2016 and 17. Quentin Flowers, Marlon Mack, Dearness Johnson, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, among others. For Alex Golesh, chance to go 500 in his first season and start to build something back. Byron Brown's first pass out to Kelly Joyner Jr. and the running back goes out of bounds after a gain of 4 or 5 on first down. Prince Beam on the stop.
And the positive thing here for the Bulls is, things are headed in the right direction. There's a lot of money that's being put into the football program here, and by 2026 they should have their new stadium open on campus, very similar to what UCF did with their program, and that really takes the program to the next level when you actually can have that on-campus facility.
Now, Foxy, they really don't like you to mention UCF around here.
Understood.
The war on I-4. No, I can't. It's a great comp, right? Big city.
No, it is. I mean,
pro sports.
And when you have a stadium like that, they call theirs the bounce house, of course. I'm sure USF will have some awesome nickname, but it's the perfect size venue too.
On 2nd and 6, South Florida keeps it on the ground with Joyner. He's down after a gain of 4 to set up 3rd down and 2. So 3rd and short coming for USF. One of the fastest paced offenses in America. And a whistle. I think a timeout.
First charge timeout. Charlotte. 30 seconds.
So Biff Poggi uses his first. Well, Dustin mentioned the new stadium. Back in September of this year, the Florida State Board of Governors approved $340 million for construction of a 35,000-seat stadium and operations centers for football and lacrosse that are targeted for completion for the start of the 2026 season. I don't know how they're going to recruit against Tampa, which is a lacrosse powerhouse here in town. But this is in addition to a $3 million football locker room and office renovation finished in the summer of 2022. $22 million indoor performance facility in the spring of 2023. Several other projects. Bottom line is, it's a program on the rise.
Well, and there's so many talented players here in the state of Florida to recruit. Between the portal and just recruiting this area, this program should thrive.
On 3rd and 1, they pitch it. A little shovel pass action. It's going to be close.
He's right on it. And they're going to give it to him.
Sean Atkins picks up the first down.
Just a quick little shovel pass there in the inside.
It's the tight end Weston Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf. Just his 13th catch of the season.
Play action on first down. Brown stands in there and throws. That is complete near the sticks. It's another first down for the Bulls as Chaufrey Brown, the North Carolina transfer, picks up 11. That tight end shovel pass was a little Kansas City-esque.
Yeah.
Brown has started 9 for 11. He hands it off here and a big pop for Kelly Joyner. Chopped down after he crosses midfield with a gain of 17. Cameron Howard on maybe a touchdown-saving tackle for Charlotte.
This tackle is impossible to make. In open field, you almost have to guess and get lucky, and he does. As that was going to be a touchdown.
And Joyner backs it up with a 1-yard gain on first down. This USF offense, it goes so fast you can barely even get a replay in.
No replays, no analysis, just keep on going down the field.
2nd down and 9 for the Bulls on the plus side of the 50. Brown's pass is complete. It's another short one. Again, it's Chaufrey Brown. Brown continues his efficient night. That's the quarterback Byron Brown. Now 10 of 12 for 70 yards and a touchdown. Does have the 1 interception on an amazing play by Dantes Fagan. Bulls are 3 for 4 on 3rd down tonight.
Keep an eye on Atkins here in the slot. 3rd and 7.
Charlotte brings heat. Brown feels it, throws it. It is complete. Incomplete. Oh, they come in at the last second and blow it dead. Atkins, good call, partner. He was the intended target.
He thinks he had it. Let's take another look at this. Atkins thinks he caught this. Did it hit the ground? Boy, that looks like a great effort. At least worthy to take another look at.
The ruling on the field of an incomplete pass is under further review.
What an effort, though, to lay out. Even if they don't rule this a catch, just a phenomenal job by Sean Atkins.
Ooh, that is close.
So close. Like right at the last moment. The last angle we had was pretty solid to see, because he extends and then pulls the football into his body. You know, the ground can help you make the catch if you have possession of the ball. Man, that's so close.
It's a great look from our crew, too. And
it is.
The tough thing about this, Dustin, is the head linesman, Tracy Lynch, came in there and immediately signaled incomplete. He was on the other side. So he must have seen the ball from the flip side of Atkins. This one's going to be tough for the replay.
Well, tough to overturn, because you said it. You know, they've ruled it incomplete on the field, and you gotta love this kid, though.
Oh man,
Atkins is just. I mean, the guy was working at a meat market. It's a walk-on, and you know the previous staff just couldn't really find a role for him. And in this offense, I mean, he has just absolutely thrived.
He was one of 10 semifinalists for the Burlsworth Trophy, which goes to the best player who started his career as a walk-on.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. 4th down.
This would have been tough to overturn, but a heck of an effort by Atkins.
A great effort there, and it looks like the Bulls are going to punt. Just look at the energy this kid has. I mean, he is just such a bright spot here for the Bulls, and you know, all the players that are around him, the coaches talk about him every single day, comes to work, one of the hardest workers on the team.
Andrew Stokes kicks it away for South Florida. Henry Rutledge calls for the fair catch and fields it at his own 6-yard line. 37-yard boot. 49ers start pinned deep in their own territory. And scored. Jalen Milroe with the game winner, and then Dustin Fox, the former Ohio State Buckeye, doesn't really want to
too happy about that
game.
Earlier game.
Put up a pretty good fight, though. I mean, better than last year at least.
Heck of a game.
First play of a new drive for the 49ers is a run to Joshim Bangda, picks up 3 yards. You know, the Charlotte offense went right down the field, 9 plays, 71 yards, and a touchdown on their first drive. The last 3 drives for Bip Poggi's team, 10 plays, 1 yard, and no first downs.
Well, Drew, on that opening drive, you know, a lot of teams will script those plays. And now you see this offense sort of huddling, taking their time. The first drive was all up-tempo. No huddle, got to the line of scrimmage quick, and had USF on their heels.
Pitch it to Bangda, going around the left side. Finds a sliver of space and picks up the first down. Joshim Bangda, who scored the touchdown in the first quarter, has a long run to move the chains for Charlotte. That one goes for 13.
Bangda, when he gets his pads going downhill, you can see, I mean, his size, 230 pounds at 5'10", low center of gravity, very difficult to get on the ground, and certainly has some wheels as well.
Bangda gets a breather as Hassan Wilson checks in. So 2 walk-ons in the backfield for Charlotte. The quarterback Trexler Ivy and the running back Wilson. Ivy pulls it, throws it, completes. Look out, what a spin move. Dwayne Thomas made 2 Bulls defenders miss and picked up 6 yards on first down.
Thomas, I think it's Braxton Clark maybe, who comes in here and just misses. Yeah, Clark just whiffs, probably closed his eyes, thought he was going to make the tackle, and then we're ripping jerseys, trying to just get him on the ground. How many spins did he take? Goodness.
Be dizzy after that.
I'm dizzy watching it.
Spamming the circle button there. Second down and 4. Ivy completes again. Another first down for Charlotte. And a nice run after the catch from J.Iris Mack past the 45 for a 16-yard gain.
Oh, it looks like Mack might be a little banged up there at the end of the play. I think he may have got rolled up on that left ankle.
A little hobble to the sideline.
That's
Ivy,
a positive sign.
Yeah, Ivy 9 for 11 for 72 yards. Really not known for his prowess through the air. He's completing 55% this season. This is his 5th start. Mack's one of his top targets, leading the team in receiving yards. So we'll check on him. Weber, the tight end, in motion. They hand it to Hassan Wilson on first down. He'll lose a yard. Bottled up in a hurry. Jaquan Evans makes another big play.
Evans, who's the most dynamic blitzer on this defense, from his nickelback spot, just blitzes off the right side and is in the backfield in a hurry.
The senior out of Orlando, they call him Day-Day.
Day-Day makes the play.
This is the 4th tackle for loss for South Florida tonight. Coming up on the midway point of the second quarter, still a tie game. Ivy keeps it, can't complete it, and it's picked off. A dangerous throw. Logan Berryhill with his 3rd pick of the season tops on the team.
Well, Drew, we talked with the defensive staff and Todd Orlando this week of USF. They were raving about Logan Berryhill, and you can see his size, 6'4", 196, and just has an NFL-type body, learning how to play the safety position. And that football just is airmailed, and a great play for the South Florida Bulls. Come up with the stop. Berryhill, the quarterback of the secondary, making a play.
At 6:30. 3-time defending champ Max Verstappen, who clinched the driver title a month and a half ago, tries to make it 4 wins in a row. Can't miss it.
How about that race in Vegas? It was a sight to see.
Did they figure out the potholes?
They did. They did. The race actually got rave reviews. Nice. Not the practice round, though.
Byron Brown starts a new drive with a completion on the screen to Sean Atkins. Top receiver for South Florida picks up 3 yards, chipping away toward his total for the season, trying to become the first Bull with 1,000 receiving yards.
Double pass.
Throw it to him again behind the line of scrimmage. Open man. It's a dime from Atkins. Wide open to the running back, Kelly Joyner. 62-yard touchdown.
Man can do it all. Sean Atkins, goodness. This play set up beautifully from the start as he was the outside slot man and just a complete bust in the back end there. Prince Bima, 25, is just chasing from behind to try and catch up to Kelly Joyner Jr. How much fun is Sean Atkins to watch?
It's a pretty good throw.
It's a heck of a throw.
John Cannon adds the extra point. Great play design from Alex Golis, Joel Gordon in South Florida. Goes for a 62-yard house call.
Well, Atkins has 5 touchdowns on the season receiving. How about adding a passing touchdown? 14-7 for the Bulls. 3 for 3 passing. 128 yards, a touchdown, which he just had to put the Bulls up 14-7 here from Tampa. This kid's been phenomenal.
He might hit the transfer portal as a quarterback. I mean, it
was a great throw.
We've seen plenty of teams that could use him starting under center.
Heck of a throw.
Great design from USF. 62-yard touchdown to Kelly Joyner, the running back. South Florida leads by a touchdown. They kick it off, and Charlotte will start inside their own 20-yard line. Dwayne Thomas got blown up by Jamie Petway.
Boy, that was a big-time hit on that kickoff. Look at 19 going to come into your screen here on Dwayne Thomas Jr. Just absolutely.
And earlier in this game, those are arguably their top 2 receivers. O'Shea banged dropped in a hurry at the line of scrimmage. By the way, J.Iris Mack is back in the game for Charlotte, so a good sign for this 49ers pass game. which struggles to move the ball as it is. Drexler Ivy has been intercepted already tonight. Logan Berryhill on that pick. Ivy now with 4 touchdowns and 9 interceptions on the season. Blocks at 5. Mack, the motion man. They fake the pitch, throw the other way, incomplete. Trying to get it to Colin Weber, the 6'4" tight end. 3rd down and 10 coming up for Charlotte.
Woodger, ever since that first drive for the 49ers, they have just been stuck in the mud. They go right down the field, 71 yards on that opening possession. And since then, they've been able to do nothing.
Now, the first drive, can you script it out?
You can, and that's what I think they did. And remember, they didn't even huddle on that opening drive. It was all up-tempo.
It's like we were watching South Florida.
Yes, it felt like it.
They have the same
color jerseys. Yeah.
The Charlotte is wearing the same color that's on the wall all over here at Raymond James Stadium. That's complete on 3rd down, but Bangda nowhere near it, although a good effort after the truck stick. He carries the pile forward, but it will be 4th down.
What an effort by Bangda. Going to come up short here, but just it takes like 5 South Florida defenders to get Bangda on the turf. Almost 3 to 4 yards after the contact there.
It away. 3rd 3 and out tonight for the Charlotte offense. Sean Atkins back to receiving.
Can he score a touchdown another way?
Well, he'll have a chance. That's a bomb from Gagne. Atkins fields it near his own 20. Bounces off a defender, spins past another, and goes down at the 25. 54-yard punt from Gagne, best in the league. 3-yard return from Atkins. On right starts with a carry for South Florida and goes just to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Speaking of crazier things happening, we saw the Iron Bowl finish today. That was nuts. Florida State's losing to Florida right now, and Georgia's losing to Georgia Tech.
I can't recall a rivalry Saturday where there's been like so many close games.
Prince Pima on the stop for Charlotte there as Brown on the quarterback keeper. And Georgia did just retake the lead in clean old-fashioned hate. It's such a weird Saturday, Dustin. Why should we just wipe all the results and do it again next week? Why don't we try again?
I would prefer that.
Ohio State, Michigan, play again.
Yeah, that was a great game, though. I mean, take nothing away from Michigan. They deserve to win. That final drive they had was like 6 minutes down the field.
3rd and 9. Atkins not going to throw it this time. On the screen, picks up the 1st down. What a player Sean Atkins is. That's his 5th grab. Going to be near 50 yards. Now he's got the receiving touchdown and a passing touchdown.
Does such a great job on the outside. Gets a good block, and again, they go right back to him.
Go back to Atkins, and he'll pick up a solid chunk on 1st down. And by the way, as Atkins approaches history toward 1,000 yards, Byron Brown has now set a single season record for pass yards at South Florida. He's closing in on 3,000 for the season. On the give, it's a 1st down, South Florida into Charlotte territory. Under 5 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. This offense starting to hum.
Another player down for Charlotte.
And they cannot catch a break on that front 7. It's Colin Coates, the freshman from Baltimore.
And Drew, they're to the point where the defensive line is so many injuries that we're having to write guys in on our depth chart because there's so many young players having to play. Almost 7 starters have been banged up on that front defensive line.
We were told there's a chance Charlotte will try some offensive linemen playing defense tonight.
How about that?
If they keep getting injured, that might be the case. Coates out of St. Francis Academy in Baltimore. That's where Biff Poggi used to coach high school football, and pretty high percentage of players on this Charlotte roster went to St. Francis.
I mean, they've almost completely overhauled the entire roster. There's 70 new players on the 49ers roster this year, and 48 are transfers. So going to take some time to build that culture and get everyone up to speed with what they're trying to do here offensively and defensively.
28 players on this roster from St. Francis Academy alone. Check on Colin Coates. South Florida has a 1st and 10. Byron Brown cuts it loose. It is nearly intercepted by Dantes Fagan. Would have been his 2nd pick of the first half. Breaks it up as they were trying to find Jaden Alexis.
Nearly a remarkable interception. As you said, Parker, would have been his 2nd of the game. Fagan's having a heck of a game here on the outside, but just look at him unload. Talking about Byron Brown. What a cannon this guy has. And that's just excellent coverage down the field. I mean, a little contact here and there, but to turn around and play the football is phenomenal.
2nd and 10, Brown on the quarterback keeper. Takes a divot out of the grass here at Raymond James as he goes down stone handy on the stop to bring up 3rd down and 9. He's got the new school record, closing in on 3,000. That time his pass is broken up. Dante Balfour, the North Carolina transfer, who's been playing great football lately, breaks it up to set up 4th down.
And both corners, Balfour and Dantes Fagan, have had really strong seasons this year. Balfour, that's his 11th PBU of the year. As a ball hawk.
8th in the last 4 games. So they send out Andrew Stokes, the punter from Perth, Australia, out there in WA. Henry Rutledge to return it. Stokes' kick spiraling inside the 10. Rutledge hauls it in with a couple of bulls breathing down his neck. Well, this season, for every field goal and extra point made by participating universities, Allstate will make a contribution to the university's General Scholarship Fund. Thank you, Allstate. Charlotte started with the first touchdown today on the opening possession. Ever since then, they have been riding the struggle bus. On their first drive, 71 yards, 3 first downs. Ever since, just 49 total yards, 3 first downs, and 3 3-and-outs. They go to the 4-minute offense here. They love to run the football on over half their snaps, which is not the norm these days. They start with a run. Hassan Wilson carrying Bulls with him. They'll pick up 4 yards on forward progress, dragged down back inside the 5. Jalen Schuler will get credit for the tackle.
Wilson, another one of those walk-on running backs. Good job there by the Bulls defense corralling him. And this is a South Florida defense that gives up 36 points a game. 129th in FBS. But against this struggling offense, they have played really well after that first drive.
Coming up on 3 minutes left in the first half. Motion Jake Clemens, the tight end. Ivy hands again to Wilson, puts the shoulder down, picks up 2 to set up 3rd down and 3. You mentioned the fact that Hassan Wilson is a walk-on. One of 3 walk-ons who plays a big role for Charlotte, along with the quarterback Trexler Ivy and the starting center Isaiah Bullardick. Their starting quarterback Jalen Jones is out. Their top 3 running backs are out. A couple starting offensive linemen are out. So they are relying on guys who aren't on scholarship. They performed admirably.
Oh, they have. I mean, there's no doubt. If you watched this team a month ago, they were with Jalen Jones at the helm. The team's leading rusher, too, from the quarterback position.
3rd down and 3. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Dwayne Thomas Jr. Good to see him back in the game. Braxton Clark on the coverage.
Yeah, you're right. Dangerous throw here on the outside by Ivy. Nearly picked off. I think if Braxton Clark turns his head, he may have a better opportunity at this, but nonetheless, they'll force the punt. And USF will have great field position here for one more drive, potentially before halftime.
Another 3-and-out for Charlotte. Gagne out to punt for the 4th time tonight. That play blown dead. A pre-snap flag.
False start. Kicking team. Not all players were set for 1 second prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Nate Black on the call. That really could have been a false start on everybody but the center.
Again, Sean Atkins back deep. Had a look at the last one, but excellent coverage. And again, this is one of the better punters in this conference.
He's already hit one 54 yards tonight. That's a low, screaming line drive. Looks like a stinger out of the tee box. Sean Atkins picks it up and takes it out of bounds at the 45. Well, don't forget, Friday, the Pac-12 College Football Championship game, the last one. Number 6 Oregon taking on number 4 Washington at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ABC. Second matchup between those two schools that don't like each other very much. Washington won the first matchup on a missed field goal late by Oregon, but that one was in Seattle. Frankly, the Ducks have looked like the best team in the country since then, and the Huskies have struggled pretty much every game. They're still undefeated. Winner of that one, you figure, goes to the college football playoff.
Michael Penix Jr. again having another phenomenal season for the Huskies.
2:15 left in this second quarter. A big burst on the first play for Michael Dukes. First time we've called his name tonight. The senior from Charleston, South Carolina, takes it 21 yards.
Yeah, he's shot out of a cannon here, and on the back end, Balfour again saves a touchdown. That's been 2 explosive runs that could have nearly been touchdowns.
Another nice gain for Dukes on first down. Give him 7 past the 30-yard line. And South Florida, it took over with 2:15 left. They got to be careful not to score too quickly here. Charlotte's got 3 timeouts. Dukes again breaks free into the red zone.